Historians will consider this time in history as the moment when humans emerged from the dark ages of consciousness. Before the scientific revolution, religion dominated our understanding of the universe. There was a separate universe of physical things, and there was a separate universe of conscious experience things. It was during the time of Galileo that science was born. Galileo understood that the science he was starting was for the universe of physical things and not for the universe of conscious experience things. So he basically mandated that scientists should ignore conscious experience things to make science work. It did work for hundreds of years, but humanity has advanced the science to a point where conscious experiences cannot be ignored anymore. Since scientists could not ignore conscious experience, they decided that it must be explainable by their physicalist science. As I have said many times, they tried for 100 years, but they have failed to explain any conscious experience using any known scientific phenomenon. Scientists have thrust the world into the dark ages of consciousness. Prior to Galileo, the world always understood that there was a separate physical universe and a separate universe of consciousness. It was completely obvious. If modern science would not have ignored consciousness for the last 100 years, we might be tremendously more advanced in our understanding of this dual universe of physics and consciousness. Conscious light would have been a well-studied and recognized phenomenon of the conscious world. Instead, we are in the dark when it comes to conscious light because science has failed us. Science has not been doing what science should be doing. Modern science should have been exploring the possibilities of connections between physical space and conscious space for 100 years by now. This could have been done in parallel with the physicalist approach. Unfortunately, the dogmatic physicalists have controlled what can and what cannot be researched. We are truly in the dark ages of consciousness, and I've come to the realization that understanding conscious light is not easy for people. Children should have been taught early in their education that such a thing as conscious light exists. If they had been taught early in their lives about such a phenomenon, then they would have probably understood it by the time they grew up. It takes some contemplation. I can only hope that the Inner Mind website will help bring an end to the dark ages of consciousness by showing people a fantastic truth about conscious light. Everyone should be given the opportunity to get the prize.